Right, now I've got this absolutely stunning standard of Odensjo Tintomara. It's a Swedish variety, the Odensjo range. There's plenty of them, but I have been particularly impressed with how well this has grown. Now, one thing I have done, we just look on here, you can see there are lots of side shoots growing up the main trunk. And I'm actually going to make the decision that I'm actually going to keep them. Normally you would cut them off on a standard, but I think these are growing so strongly that I'm actually going to let them grow so that it almost looks like a completely long, thick growing sort of bushy plant that really could look quite outstanding. Now, the only minor problem with it is something that likes the warmth of the summer. I mean, this is in an east-facing situation, but it's done exceptionally well in the warmth of our summer this year. And it is very warm. We're having another hot spell now in the UK. But I do think that it's really worth persevering with. It's obviously got to get through the winter, and I will sort of tidy it up to a certain extent. I will probably almost certainly repot it. It's in about a 10, maybe a 12-inch bell pot, but which does get very tight at the base down here. So I will probably pot this up to a 12-inch full pot at some point. The other thing is as well is that the head is just beginning to topple. So I am going to have to tie this in a bit, I think, tie this round to secure it. But it's done very well, and I think that is probably one of the success stories for me this summer. A really good plant, Odensjo Tintomara. It's a double. It's got the sort of just faint spots and splashes on a sort of salmon pink base. So yeah, I'm very impressed with that one this year. A very good looking plant. Next to Bolero, that's come through very well again now as well. That initially suffered in the early days of the summer. It really didn't like it. I think I potentially overwatered it slightly, but it's come through fine now, flowering like crazy. So there we are, a couple of my standards looking quite decent.